Littlefinger is one of the most dangerous men in Westeros.
It doesn't matter what we want. Once we get it, then we want something else.
Welcome back, Lord Baelish.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.
Hello, in this video I will focus on Petyr Baelish Awakening. Petyr Baelish was made available for Awakening a few days after the update of the 19th of August. Petyr Baelish is one of the big 5 commanders. He was made available for Awakening after Jon Snow and Cersei Lannister. Petyr Baelish normally gives 25% total defense, 25% total attack and 25% total health. Before Awakenings, the big 5 commanders were the best commanders in the game, being helpful for every formation as they are focused on total stats. After Awakenings, the big 5 commanders that were not awakened, they were not used and were replaced by useful epic commander awakenings, while when awakened, the big 5 seem to make a very significant difference. As we already know, Jon Snow and Cersei Lannister's skills are really strong and can make a big difference alone in the battle. On 3 stars, the stats Petyr Baelish gives are 56 total attack, 56 total health and 58 total defense. The stats alone make him a very good commander. That is a must to have for the whales that can afford him. His awakening came with a separate event in the Flower Carnival that gives medals for the ones that don't have him yet on gold, while this will gives tokens for people that already have him gold. Let's now focus on his skill. That is the most important thing on all the awakened commanders and the first thing that everyone checks. Petyr Baelish's skill is the following. His skill will be used against all enemy commanders when 8 weakness attacks have been initiated by allied lineups or 25 seconds after the battle begins. It can only be used once per battle, as the enemy commanders have an 80% chance of falling into disharmony for the entire battle from that point. What disharmony means? It means that the enemy commander will have 50% chance of attacking his lineups at the fronts of own troops with his active army skill. It's a pretty good skill, directly countering the commander damage playstyle with Leila, Cersei, Annie and other commanders that boost the commander damage during the battles. A lot of players already had a setup following this playstyle that made a significant difference during the battles, even sacrificing a lot of stats in order to follow this playstyle. So Petyr Baelish, with some combinations that I will explain in a bit, can directly counter this playstyle, and especially enemy Cersei. His skill is directly connected with Jaime Lannister's skill with the weakness attacks that are activated when other commanders make some healing in the troops. So in order to make the best use of Petyr Baelish's awakening skill, someone should use Jaime Lannister and at least one healer in the lineup in order to activate the skill before the 25 seconds. If the skill is activated after 25 seconds, usually there is only one attack of each commander left and the Leila skill triggers, so it will not have full effect. I find this skill pretty useful for whale versus whale fights in order to counter the skill of Cersei plus Leila and counter this playstyle, but I don't find this skill so strong as, for example, Cersei's against normal players from big whales, as we all know that Cersei plus Jon already make a big difference, while this skill is not coming to add a lot of strength in this. It is mainly directed for countering enemy whales playstyles. Thank you a lot for watching, and please leave a comment with your opinion about Petyr Baelish's skill and about what skills you would like to see in the future.